Israel to change tactics in Rafah soon. IDF unable to bear losses in Shazia and Rafah. What's up in Netanyahu's mind now? The Israeli military is reportedly planning to end its operation in Rafah, southern Gaza Strip, in the coming days. This would mark a significant shift in the ongoing war on Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is said to be in discussions with military leaders about concluding the Rafah operation and changing the nature of the conflict. According to Israeli media, the military plans to transition to a phase of focused raids and airstrikes rather than large-scale ground operations. This aligns with Netanyahu's recent statement that the intense phase of fighting against Hamas in Rafah is nearly over. However, he clarified that while this intense phase may be ending, the war itself is not over. The potential end of the Rafah operation could lead to negotiations with Hezbollah in Lebanon, mediated by the United States. This suggests a shift in Israel's focus from Gaza to addressing tensions on its northern border. Some Israeli officials and media commentators have provided insights into what the next phase of the conflict might look like. They suggest that the military will conduct targeted operations based on intelligence about Hamas activities. This approach would be less intense than the current large-scale ground operations but would still aim to maintain pressure on Hamas. The situation in Gaza remains complex, with reports indicating that Hamas has been able to rebuild some of its infrastructure and reorganize its operations in areas previously cleared by Israeli forces. This has led to frustration among some Israeli military officials who described the situation as a Sisyphus complex, referring to the Greek myth where Sisyphus repeatedly pushes a boulder up a hill only for it to roll back down. For example, in the Al-Shujaa neighborhood of Gaza City, Israeli forces have reportedly entered for the third time to target sites not discovered in previous operations. This pattern is expected to be repeated in the Rafah. Meanwhile, Palestinian resistance groups continue to carry out operations against Israeli forces in these areas. Some retired Israeli military commanders have expressed dissatisfaction with the progress of operations in Gaza. They point out that Hamas has shown the ability to regroup and resume activities in areas after Israel forces withdraw, making it difficult to achieve a decisive victory. As the conflict enters this new phase, questions remain about how effective the new strategy will be in achieving Israel's goals and what impact it will have on humanitarian situation in Gaza.